Welcome to the second show this week, featuring action from the matches played on Sunday. From the Investec Women's Premier Division, we've got action from Beeston at home to Bowdon, and the best of the action from Clifton Robinsons against Buckingham. In the Men's Premier Division, we've got Old Georgians against Hampstead and Westminster, Beeston at home to the University of Exeter, Brooklands Manchester University versus Holcombe, Surbiton's trip to East Grinstead, and Reading at home to Wimbledon. First we join up with BTV as Bowdon were the visitors to Beeston. Bowdon would be hoping that with their fresher legs, having had no match on the Saturday, it would help them get the win that would potentially lift them 2 places up the table.
Interesting formation around the circle, played in, and that's wide of the goal. Good tussle for the ball, and Bowdon have it, and in the circle, shooting opportunity. And that is the opening goal of the game. Let's have a look at the replay here. It was a possession given away. The run, making space for herself, and the shot. Lovely finish on the reverse side. Long corner. Shooting chance. It's high and wide. Over the ball, taking it from the attention of Zena Hughes. Well, it's back quickly in Bowdon possession towards the baseline. What a save from Nikki Cochrane. Strong hand on the first time shot. It's still not out of harm's way. Time to mop up for number 16, Katie McKee. I think there's some space out here on the right, which I saw it, and Hannah MacDonald also saw it from a Bowdon perspective, although that's turned over. Can the ball be played into the circle? Could this be the equaliser? Round the goalkeeper, and in! It is an equalising goal! So how quickly this ball was won back from Beeston. 2 players had the opportunity to put the ball into the goal. It's a tactic you can try if you really believe in your defence. Although Beeston into the circle here, goalkeeper comes out, and that's through everybody and out for a defensive hit. To deliver the ball, Jane Donnelly. Same, it's out to the right hand side, blocked again. Mayers with a shot towards goal, bounces down, and it is in for a second goal. So everyone was expecting maybe for it to go to the centre. It went out to the left hand side. Mayers with a ball in. It was not cleared first time, fired towards the goal, and I think turned in by Sian French close to the goal. That spell though comes to nothing. Interception after interception, running with the ball. Zena Hughes. Hughes with a shot blocked by the feet of Nikki Cochrane. 5 metres out from the circle, fired in. Shooting chance, and it is there for another equaliser. Real celebrations. That said, it is Bowdon with possession of the ball, and that's been won back neatly. There's an extra yard of pace in these Beeston players. Where has that come from? If you could bottle that, you would find... Let's break off again. Into the circle they go. Look at this. It's towards goal, and it is there. It is a third goal for Beeston. So much pace. Bit of shoulder to shoulder, nothing wrong in that. Bowdon starting to move the ball around really well. Julie Whiting making her way towards the circle. Decent block. Although it has gone the way of Bowdon. They're in the circle, big appeal. It's in front of the goalkeeper, and DeVay goes towards the circle. It's been picked up by Beeston. The goalkeeper's out here. Goalkeeper's done very well. And that is it. It is all over. Beeston 3, Bowdon 2. What a turnaround. What a result for the home side.
4th place Buckingham travel to 6th place Clifton Robinsons, with the visitors on a run of 3 wins in their last 4. It's a run that has seen them leapfrog Clifton Robinson in the table. Free hit for the hosts on this right hand side. And the ball comes across, the ball up in the air. Now here's half a chance, and the half a chance is a full chance, because Amy Burton has given the host the perfect start. 3 minutes in, Clifton Robinsons 1, Buckingham 0. That's this right hand side, forward by Leach. Shipley has got her stick on the ball. Shipley to Nicholson, and Nicholson continues her run, and she is found. Now Nicholson, what can she do here? Good work down this right hand side from Nicholson. Ball into the circle. Oh dear, it's a disaster for Clifton Robinsons. Abby Brandt getting in front of the defender, deflected in to level things up. Putting it to this right hand side. Good meeting of the ball, but it's been turned back over, and a chance here on the break for Clifton Robinsons down this left hand side. Ball coming across, and the deflection is in. And Holly Savage, who won possession in the middle of the park, gets on the end of the counter-attack to restore the lead. Now down this right hand side come Buckingham. Ball into the centre. It's been cut out. Have to be careful here. Nicholson. There's one possession back. Good work by Nicholson. Shot comes in across the face of goal. Free hit. One by Nicholson. Ball played forward, and now here's half a chance, because there's plenty of space down this left hand side. Ball to the far post, and there is the equaliser. Natasha James gets on the end of it. 2-2, 48 minutes played. Shipley on the right hand castle, Thomas on the left, and it comes to Thomas. Thomas with the hit, well saved, and the whistle blows. Free hit to Clifton Robinson. Ball played forward, takes a deflection. Now who's that going to fall to? It's going to fall to Porter, Lottie Porter. Now here's an opportunity for Clifton Robinson. Will she get the ball back? Yes she will, and Porter scores. And Buckingham are in front for the first time in the contest. Clifton Robinsons 2, Buckingham. And Clifton Robinsons are defeated for the second time in 2 days. Final score, Clifton Robinsons 2, Buckingham 3.
In the other matches, Holcombe took an early lead against Surbiton, with Lorna Jane Cruikshank scoring in the first minute, but goals from Jenna Wolven and Alice Sharp gave the home side all 3 points. Buckingham came from behind twice to beat Clifton Robinsons, with goals from Abby Brandt, Natasha James and Lottie Porter. Amy Burton and Holly Savage getting the goals for the home side. East Grinstead also came from behind against Hampstead and Westminster to win by 2-1. Joey Lee getting her 10th of the season for the visitors in the 8th minute, before Sophie Bray's 17th and 18th goals of the season gave EG the victory. That defeat for Hampstead means that Surbiton celebrate their 5th top place finish in 6 years, and guarantees their place yet again in Europe next season. Hampstead and Westminster and East Grinstead also secured their places in the top 4, with Buckingham now 6 points clear of 5th. At the bottom, Bowdon are now 5 points adrift and in real danger of relegation, but the battle to avoid 9th place is really tight, with 5 sides separated by just 3 points. Now to the men's fixtures and Old Georgians against Hampstead and Westminster. This match ended in a 4-3 victory for OGs earlier in the season, but the Weybridge side went into this without a win in 3, whilst Hampstead were unbeaten in 6. Charlie Broom is talking us through it.
Penalty corner for Hampstead and Westminster. It's going to be Guys Brown and Pinner. Well, he's got stuck in his kicker, so a re-award for Hampstead and Westminster. Cargo to inject. Guys Brown and Brown swap castles, and Guys Brown breaks the deadlock 13 minutes in. Hampstead Westminster lead here. Penalty corner for Georgians. It's Jackson on the left, Ward on the right. It's going to be Jackson, and the save is made. Penalty corner. Again, it's Smith and Brown at the top. This time it's Smith. Oh, Did take a little deflection along the way? Either way, it doesn't matter. It's in, and it's 2-0. Brown, aerial ball. He's picked out Cargo. Chris Cargo unleashes, but it's over the top. Penalty corner. Ward takes on responsibility, and the save is made. Tyndall on the reverse stick, and a secondary save. Here's Martin. 3 hits, which Martin will take. He's got himself surrounded here by light blue shirts, and an opportunity here. Carson spins. Here's Sam Ward, and Ward nutmegs the keeper to get Old Georgians right back in this one. Old Georgians 1, Hampstead Westminster 2. Guys Brown on the right, Brown on the left. Well, they've swapped over now. Matt Guys Brown, save comes in from Pinner, and Shipley gets his stick up but can't keep the ball down. Carson onto the reverse stick, and I think it hits the back of the stick as it goes up and over the bar. Guys Brown stands over the free hit, finds Cargo. Cargo into the circle. Where's this going to end up? It's still there. Shot comes in, and it's been scored. Sam French makes it 3-1 to the visitors with 10 minutes to go. Oh, Georgians have run out of time here. Is there to be a consolation? Well, that's come off the back of the stick. And the full-time score reads Old Georgians 1, Hampstead and Westminster 3.
Beeston hosted the University of Exeter, in danger of being sucked into a relegation battle. A win for the student side would see them go level on points with Beeston. Let's join BTV once again.
Converting penalty corners was a bit of a difficulty yesterday. Let's see how they fare on this one. It is Dixon. Dixon goes low, and it's bounced out of harm's way. Beeston will continue to press for around the edge and a little bit further
Richard
back.
Lawrence is in there. I'm interested to see whether they might use him. Here we go.
It is Lawrence low and into the goal.
Yes.
And it looks like Griffiths who has
Deflected,
touched it in.
yeah, reverse stick deflection. Now that's really interesting because Richard Lawrence has flicked a lot of corners in his time for Beeston, and
Collection of players around the edge of the circle, but that is not necessarily where the ball's going to go. It could go shallow. Bit of movement. It is going to the centre, played in, and that is the equaliser. Celebrating is Sam Hooper.
well,
number 15.
he's already scored 3 penalty corners this season, and I think that's a bit of a lesson in the early part of the game for Beeston. Close down those receiving players. It's right, get his line right here.
Another shuffle to the left, same player again. That's an excellent, excellent save from Simon Hudge winning the Beeston goal.
He's done well there.
Got Chris Proctor and Adam Dixon hovering around the outside. Proctor goes with it. It slipped back to Dixon. Dixon!
They've covered that well. That was
another bit of movement around the edge of the circle. Played in low, and another very good low save this time from Simon Hudge. 17 with a diving effort to stop Beeston playing it forward. It is in the circle this time. Across the face of goal, umpire's right on it. Play on, says the umpire, not out of harm's way yet. And the space in the middle of the field, but everything's going down the left at the moment. It's been pushed forwards towards the baseline. Looked like there was an attempt to generate a penalty corner there.
yeah.
It's a free hit outside though. Into the circle now, turn shot right on the line. There is a player and gets a solid boot on it. It's come back to Joe Sharp. Sharp out to the right hand side, flicked up 3D skills and into the circle. Shooting opportunity. Goalkeeper does extremely well with the left foot. And tweet us with your nomination for player of the match. It could be an Exeter player, it could be a Beeston player. Who has stood out for you? Turned over on halfway and won back again very quickly with it. Toby Stanley. Towards the baseline goes Chris Proctor. Proctor turns, tries to whip the ball in. It's loose and fired across the face of goal. Hands to his head. All the power, but slightly not quite the right direction. 2 obvious candidates there. The trap is good. Dixon low, and it is! It's a winner for sure!
They have done it. Well, another deflection.
Chris Proctor is the goal scorer, we're hearing.
Yes, yeah, that's... well, they haven't been able to flick it straight in, but the 2 deflections they've scored have been excellent. Very cruel. Because they've worked so hard for that...
And I think that is it. The umpire is shaking hands. Exeter players sink to their knees. We were going to get that third goal after all, and it is a Beeston winner. Chris Proctor popping up with a winner.
Brooklands Manchester University against Holcombe is next. The home side fresh from their defeat to Exeter the day before, which was their 5th defeat in a row, against a Holcombe side with real hope of sneaking into the playoffs. Tom Lush is your commentator for this.
Force back into the middle and pressure coming from the Holcombe press onto the Brooklands midfielders. Chance for Banderak early on. It's a good save, one-on-one. Robbie Turner alert to the danger. All the Brooklands players stopped, appealing for a foul. Now they got a chance to counter-attack. Ray Hill's breaking forward. Oh, and he slipped it through Ali Bray. Brilliant save by the goalie, and Clifton's shot desperately cleared off the line. Bobbling ball, just about brought under control by Glegon. He's done tremendously well to keep that in. Mark Glegon with Barry Middleton ahead of him. Middleton onto his reverse, and that really was inches wide. Leo Watton with space. Can't find a connection, but Jackson has turned over and Watton blasts it goalwards.
When it's trapped, General? Yeah, when it's trapped.
Gleghorn opens the scoring for Holcombe. Mark Gleghorn with a rocket over the head of Turner. Just too fast for the Brooklands goalkeeper, and Holcombe have the lead. Into the second half, Brooklands with a chance for a penalty corner of their own. Flanagan into the corner. 1-1, Peter Flanagan. So often the man that Brooklands depend on. Low into the bottom left-hand corner. Draws the two teams level. Sutcliffe into Russell Anderson. He's surrounded by Banderak and Middleton. Not two players you want to give the ball away to. Banderak's shot falls to field off the line by Jackson. And Sutcliffe diving takes it away from Banderak. Flanagan again, one Castle. Oh, what a save! With the hook of the stick. Cleghorn into the head of Turner and thumped away by David Flanagan. This time Robbie Turner did get his helmet to the ball, and David Flanagan then teed off. Real Ward. Cleghorn again, and again it's Flanagan. But it's still alive for Holcombe. Good save by Turner, and Ali Bray on the back post. Cannot turn it home. Well, we start with the initial save from David Flanagan. Then the save from Turner. And Ali Bray with the goal gaping. Couldn't give his team the lead. Watton into Batatessa. Weaving his way to the top of the D. The chance for Will Batatessa. Opened up and he blazed it over the bar. Final moments. Both teams desperate to break the deadlock. At the same time, don't want to throw away what could be a vital point. Foot by Perrin just on the edge of the D. I think that will be time. Full time, 1-1.
Surbiton travel to East Grinstead, having drawn both their previous two matches. The home side will be looking over their shoulders as they sit just 5 points ahead of the relegation playoff spot. The final match of the weekend was Reading at home to Wimbledon. Reading managed to get a 2-2 draw at Wimbledon earlier in the season and would need to get something from this game to give themselves hope of staying up. So, with 3 matches to go, Surbiton need just 2 points to guarantee top spot in the table. Wimbledon and Hampstead and Westminster are secure in the top 4, with Old Georgians holding a 5-point gap to Holcombe below them. At the bottom, Reading are now 4 points adrift of Brooklands, with the University of Exeter just a single point ahead of them. That's it for this week's bumper load of hockey action. Join us again next week for another episode of Monday Night Hockey.